Hello there guys, this is Purpose here and welcome to our seventh battle reports. Now I didn't record yesterday, was just far too busy to be honest, doing different things. So we'll do this fight in a half doom stack, I'm calling it. You can see we're up against 2, 4, 6, 7 Necrophytes Colossuses, and I do have my big army. I've got some allies from my city. It was them that attacked me. It's heavily in their favour if I remember right, and I do make a few mistakes, so I do, mainly in the deployment is where my first mistake is. And thank you to Natasha Monroe Music as always. We'll just wait and see. It's loading, so I just taken this off them this turn I believe, or maybe the turn before. Right, so right away they're fine. So what my thought was, let's just pause it. It was a bad thought. Now I could have probably deployed to about here, roughly. Yeah. So my thought was that's the garrison forces, so they could just die. Don't care about them right now. Bolt throws have got longer range than what their Colossuses do, but what I didn't think was the fact that they'll just shoot my infantry to pieces, and they've got more ranged. So I need to go to them. Now as you can see, it's a Queen's Court Guard, because I was wondering why they look different. As you can see, Tyrion's army here. This is actually me playing this in the beta, the Proving Grounds beta. So things might be slightly different. I don't know exactly in battle what. I don't really know if there's much in battle changed. So my bolt throws a tail to aim at this guy right in the middle. I should probably went for him, but it don't matter. I actually hit him a couple of times there. And while I'm hitting him, I'm waiting and I'm realising I'm taking damage here. That's the problem. And when I realise I'm taking damage, instantly move, spearman up the front, take the shots, and all my archers, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm bringing the Phoenix up, I'm bringing Tyrion up, I'm bringing my mage up. You can see the damage that I'm doing with the bolt throws. But you can also see, looking at some health bars, the Sisters of Avalon, the damage they're doing to me. The cannons are firing, they've got the spiteful shot. The gunnery lights firing. So yeah, so that Necrophytes is basically dead. I'm sending the Phoenix in. So that's where they came from, right, okay. See, at this point I'm looking in and I just see the Prometheans there. And I never noticed that round them and I wondered where they came from. So I'm fighting that, and now the archers are in. I believe we go to half speed. I mean look, there's one volley for the archers. Just take that down. Just about 1,400, because they're flaming, their missile, their magic damage, and their armour piercing. So as you can see, the Colossuses are kinda not holding out. So these spearmen are basically dead. That's okay. These spearmen are halfway dead already. Tyrion's there fighting. My mage is half dead from being shot at, and these archers, overall, now nobody will get exactly lots of kills, but we do get a fair bit. There's actually a unit of Avalon, full experienced. The Phoenix is still fighting away nicely. I send the mage in just to hold them up, like the archers, but if you look, my bolt throwers are told to shoot at him, and that's him basically done. So at the end up I think I tell him to shoot over here to help. Yeah, help the Phoenix. But I've only got 2 Colossuses left. And I should have moved these archers round, like 2 or 3 units around. But they're actually able to fire to this Colossus, some of them. So I just left them. And yo Johnny boy, how you doing? Wasn't sure if you'd be on today. I'm not gonna lie, I actually forgot about the recording. It was just coming through to chill, and it was Mrs. Proud P who so kindly reminded me. So yep, overall an easy win. Close victory it says. I thought it was a heroic victory. But anyway, close victory, but you can see how much some of them done. But just literally Sisters of Avalon just absolutely shredding them. So we'll delete that. Now this one's simple but heroic. You've got Seaguard for the win. We'll do this simple but heroic. Try to think what one that is. Alright, now this guy's got lots of Sisters of Avalon. These are the Sisters of Avalon that's actually in Tyrion's army now. He was far away, so I recruited them, and basically I was moving towards Tyrion as I met the Warband of the Eagle, because I'm doing my 3rd ritual, I think it is, I believe. I could be wrong. But anyway, you can see they've got lots of missile cav. So right away, I'm getting ready, moving my battle lines. There. Simple battle line, Alariel's at the front. Oh no, it's a prince. In my head there I said Alariel, don't know why. You've got my spearmen, and then the archers. Are they faster? They are, they're too faster, just when I saw them like, overtaking them a bit there. Right, so we're getting into line here. Now personally I would never say this was heroic, but the odds are extremely out of favour. But I thought I could win it, and you'll see why, because literally Sisters of Avalon are just absolutely outstanding. So I've put these ones to the side, and them slightly to fire away at the flanking Marauder Horsemen. See, Marauder Horsemen overall are not good, because you get Marauder Horsemen and you get them with, is it throwing axes? Overall they're not that good, but if you don't leave them, if you just ignore them, sorry, then they can cause a fair bit of damage. So over here, yes, they've got their chieftain in there fighting, but I'm just telling my guys to shoot forward. They were raiding. In fact, they'd marched, that's why I attacked, even though it was out of favour, the balance of power in the the overview map. And it's literally just a case of stand your ground and shoot to death, but it come up heroic. As you can see, the infantry starting to come in, a unit of marauders there. Now here's Tyrion fighting 2 marauders, and there's a marauders with great weapon trying to run by him. But great weapon don't have any armour. Mind you, marauders don't have much, but they don't have the shield of that. So literally, I am just slaughtering them. Only 20 deaths, but half health. Over here's same, over there it's the same for health wise. And there's great weapons here coming, but they're miles away. The cavalry's running away, so I'm moving archers round at the side here to shoot in. The prince is following. I should have probably brought him back to fight their chieftain, who's got 42 kills, but the spearmen are still holding. As long as the spearmen hold, that's the main kind of aim, shooting these horsemen as they're running away, just to try and get a few dead so they don't want to come back. These great weapons are running, 40 of them running for good. The marauders are running for good. I'm moving some archers up. These archers are shooting there, they're starting to move to the side. And yes, the army loss penalties are coming in, so we'll just double speed it now. And I'm firing from all the way back there, it's a fair distance I'm firing from. Just killing as many as possible. The battle has won, but but I'm killing as many as possible, doing as much damage as I possibly can, so as they don't come back. But because we're marched, I do believe you can't kind of come back from marching, if that makes sense. When you lose, that's you lost. So this was another simple battle, but it come up heroic. I just thought I'd show you just basically how good the Sisters of Avalon are. See, heroic victory. We lost 100, killed 800, but most of that was from that one chieftain. But if you look at the kills, everybody except for one of my Sisters of Avalon got over 100 kills in a 3-minute battle. So simple but heroic, you can get deleted. And then Seaguard for the win. This was last night, so I thought that was this morning's battle. It must have been last night. Yep, this is a battle I'm thinking of actually. I thought I did that this morning, but I called the computer, it was last night. This is Scaling's big army. They're very experienced. Everybody's got at least some chevrons. I'm in the middle. Decent experience for most of the troops actually. When you look at me, I never realised how experienced I was, and it's a Lariel. Right, just loading in. Right, so we see that they're going for a big line. Except for the 5-unit spearmen, I'm mainly in the kind of trees, forest spirits. I'm mainly spirit archer focused, even though the Seaguard are there. In fact, what is Seaguard? What are you, 34, 68, 31, 32, 61, 28. So they're actually, the Seaguard are actually better than the spearmen. And they're the same experienced. I didn't know that. I thought the spearmen were technically better at their own role. They were just a kind of decent spears, but were good head archers. Like, they've got their bows with them. That's all I thought. I didn't realise they're actually better than spearmen. That actually changes a wee bit. I might actually need to use them a bit more often then. So I'm running back, and yes, the Marauder Horsemen in at the back of the spears. It's not a good idea for me. I should have probably turned around one of my archers to shoot them, but we'll let them have first blood. So what he's actually doing is, you could say it's quite smart, but at the same time it's maybe not. It's kind of shooting different units to damage them all a bit. And there's my archers ready, and douche, look at that health. Literally, that is a health dropped. As you can see them, literally they're falling quicker than anything else. But they got 9 kills. And the one guy's running away. Oh, literally the arrow right at the back there. So here's my rough formation. My formation does change slightly, I believe. Yep, they're moving to kind of arch in a bit. These Seaguard move to arch here. But I notice it's skin wolf. Is it skin wolves you call them? Yep, armoured skin wolves as well. That's them arching there. You've got the Marauder Horsemen. You've got the Marauders, but you've also got the Berserkers, who are absolutely crazy how good they are when they get into combat. But if you shoot them down, then they die very quickly. Just like most kind of like berserker-y kind of dudes. They're crazy when they get into combat, but if you can shoot them outside of it, then they die very, very quickly. So over here the battle's begun, yep. So Seaguard fighting against the Skin Wolves, who have regeneration and frenzy, so they are causing a fair bit of damage, you can see already. The main battle lies here. are fighting. They've got a lot of troops over here. So the tree can are going in. Yes, it's against spears, but they have to fight basically. The dryads against berserkers. Berserkers. Just overall, it's not ideal. So I'm shooting their missile troops that are standing like at the back. Don't think they've got any more over here, have they? No. Then I've tried to be careful who my archers shoot at overall. But if you notice, they've kinda left the centre. Except for this blob here, and I don't have any damaging spells, I might add. I've got Earth Blood, Shield of Thorns, and Phase Protection. But except for this blob here, they've left the centre very, very weak. But their flanks are very strong. Like the Dryads are half health, well less than half health, but half units. Treekin are holding on. Spears are kinda hold. If you look along the line, it says I'm losing in just about every combat known to man. So literally, I see a wee gap in there, and I'm punching through the men. So spearmen are there to block, and my archers, which I mainly just have Seaguard right now, are moving up. Over here, I think I've lost that unit of Seaguard. It looks like I have. I've got spears that are badly damaged and Seaguard that are decent health, but there are so many of them. Is that Marauder Champions I saw there as well? Yep. So I'm running up here. They're starting to shoot at me coming on, which is smart for them. Personally, I would have maybe did a couple of cavalry charges. Over here, I don't notice till just basically now that there's some Marauder Spearmen charging in. I'm hoping to do enough damage to stop the charge. As you can see, they're losing a few guys on the charge. The two spearmen there are kind of containing this unit. I've got archers shooting over here. The dryads are just about done. I couldn't contain them, so the shooting in there I'm going to cause more damage to myself than them. So I'm moving up. I'm moving up some more archers here. These marauders are coming back, so I think it's, yep, they Seaguard with shields there. Ask them to shoot them while I'm bringing around more archers. And at the sides here, causing crazy damage in at the backs, no shields, no proper armour. These archers are taking some damage, but they're actually doing really well. Because they're in guard mode, they're still shooting. And these archers here, these have got the creme de la creme. Straight in at the backs, basically can't miss. And there's lots, I mean there's still a full unit there virtually untouched. These Treekin, they don't do much damage, let's be serious. But they do hold out a long time. Even the fact that most of them are anti-large. They're holding their own. These Seaguard there, I don't know why I never moved them. In fact, I know why I didn't. They were basically there just to back up the spearmen, just in case. Over here, the front spearmen are nearly dead, but these spearmen are coming in fine. Over at this flank, these archers here are just shooting like crazy, and you saw how many of them there was compared to now over this flank. Same as they've got 92, and this is them, that's them, the army loss. So when the army loss happens, you usually get the spears out and the archers to shoot as many as they possibly can. It's the same here. Over there, they're just, the only bad thing is they're too close to the edge, so a lot of them do just get out basically. So yeah, these marauders and 2 units of marauders literally just dropping deaths everywhere for these 4 units. And to be honest, if they hadn't have focused solely on the flanks and left the middle so bare, I don't think I would have won it. Because they left the middle that bare, I was able to break through and get round behind them. Whereas if they had spread out their forces a bit more evenly, then yes, they wouldn't have won the flanks as quickly, but I would have had to risk shooting into my own men to kill them. But look at the kills: 102, 137, 186, 165, 205 there. It's crazy, and it was their bad tactics that helped me. And what else have we got? We've got archery prowess here. We'll do this one for the last one. So we're getting attacked by Savary. I was sieging the White Tower of Hoth at this point, and they sallied out with 2 armies. Well, 1 army, and I'm presuming that's their garrison. Or I don't know, was a siege at this point? I was near it anyway. You can see early on, not much experience. They two just come into the army. Not much experience. This is early on in the campaign. I did do a few hunts, a few sacking, just to get some levels up. So I thought this would be about turn 15 to turn 20. Now, I just love how your allies just come out of here. I think this is absolutely, it's like beautiful, just the way they just march out the city. That's what I love about the Sunfang battle. They just march out the city in perfect order. But anyway, while they're doing that, these guys are advancing. Instead of waiting and attacking together, even though they will get close, but they're just coming to attack anyway. So I've set up just a basic line that I'm pretty much doing everything here. Tyrion or the Lord out front, soak up the arrows, soak up the battle damage. Do I even have Earthblood? Yep, I've got Earthblood now with my mage. 4 units of just basic spears, and then it's all archers. At the backs, then it's a bolt throw. So I'm shooting their sea guard here, and their archers. Do a fireball, which didn't really do that well. Couple of white lines. And now I decide to aim for the white lines, I think. Or am I just, yep, now I'm aiming for the white lines. I was just going to say, I know I do start to aim soon. So 2 white lines and 1 in the sea guard, so that the overhang gets the white lines. So numbers wise, we had 1,395 and they've 1,543. So they're 200 more than us. They've got cavalry, they've got armour piercing infantry, they've got a princess, they've got a noble. So yeah. So their eagle's coming. I don't notice till late on. As I notice, I send the phoenix in, but the eagle's taking a fair beating from the archers as it is, and that's him terrified. Yep. Tyrion goes there to try and stop the charge. He doesn't manage to stop it fully, but the spearmen hold against it. And their Tyrion's getting surrounded by 3 units of white lines, which is absolutely perfect for me. The phoenix is to get the eagle again. I've got archers shooting the white lines. While that's going on, they blobbed up there, so I'd send, they're blobbing up everywhere, so I'm sending the bolt throwers to get them. The bolt throwers don't have many kills, well that one does, but they're doing work, they're doing the health damage. I mean, all this health isn't from the archers. It is now maybe. Yep, now, but it was from the bolt throwers. Tyrion here with 26 kills. He's got the fireball spell. He's got the item that gives him perfect vigour, which is perfect for him standing out here fighting himself a lot. Now, I don't know why, but I make sure that eagle is away for good. I probably should have brought the phoenix back, but not that that matters greatly. The white lines are coming back with nothing. And then they've got 2 units of archers there right next to each other, a unit there. Do I not take advantage of these 2 together? I would have thought I would have. Or at least I'm maybe just focusing on other archers at that point. Yes, now is when I go for it, when the 2 of them are together. Start to separate, so it was a bit too late. But absolutely sorted. The princess got 12 kills, Tyrion's at 42. I'm healing him up with lifebloods, I think, by the looks of it. And you can see the armor loss penalties are starting to kick in. Let the eagle come back. So as always, I'll heal Tyrion up. while shooting as much as we can. Especially when they attacked me. If I was attacking the city, then it doesn't really matter if you're sieging, you don't need to kill them all. I like to for the experience, but that doesn't matter. But if it's a field battle, if when they attack you, the more you kill, then the less you need to kill later on, is basically the way I do it. So I'm just focusing on their archers, because as I've demonstrated, I can absolutely annihilate the White Lions, get nothing, whereas the archers did get at least a few kills each. And there's Terry in full health. And oh, fireball. Where's it going? Is it just at these? Nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. So we go, we lost 98, they lost in total 1,197. As you can see, the bolt throwers didn't have many kills at the beginning, but when they all bunched up, they absolutely got a ton of kills. Archers got all the kills. Yep, just basic fighting, basically, archery prowess. There. So as I like to do, I'll go into my campaign, and I'll show you quickly where I'm at. It is at the beta overhaul, so when you see the turns, it is a bit slow to get started. I'm playing on, is it standard difficulty, I think it's called now, which is hard. Yeah, because very fast is easy, fast is normal, so standard is hard. Yeah. I'm doing pretty. Archers were costing me $9.50 per turn to recruit. The spears were costing me 1,000, so it was taking me a long while to get up to the likes of the army that I just showed you there. That taking a good few turns, probably more than turn 20 to be honest. Yeah, because it's just a lot of things to do. So right now I'm getting 15,000 per turn, and for me to upgrade the lords, I'm upgrading the additional tradable resources faction wide, and then going straight for the research faction wide, because my research rate is 294%. So that's basically I'm tripling the speed that I recruit. So there's 6 turns, they probably take about 15 turns normally to recruit. I'm down here fighting Crocgar's Lizardmen. What else? Over in Ulthuan, I own most of Ulthuan. What I don't own is by other elves now that I'm not too bothered about. As you can see, you don't get nearly as much money for all your ports and different things. To recruit units, you can see the price. The prices went down because you've got research, but gold. I could recruit them at gold rank, which is absolutely crazy. But you can see the price of everything is absolutely crazy. They're on their second ritual. We've only got one ritual site. Okay, they're just about to start a third ritual. I'm getting 66 a turn. So in like 4 turns I'll be on my 4th ritual. Lost a couple of bits here due to the beastmen attacking. There's Alariel's army the now, which is very similar to what you saw in the battle. In fact, pretty much is, except for bolt throws. I added bolt throws in. But if you go to the trade, you can see the trade I'm importing 4,500 for Khemri, just under 3,000 for the exiles of Nahek. Then a lot of trades here. That's why I've not fought them, because I'm getting, between day 3 I'm getting so much money. In fact, Tyrannic as well. Faction overview, that's it. So the records. So we'll go to turn. Yep, so I'm recruiting and you can see fighting at the Glittering Tower. Just sacking it a lot of times to get levels up basically while recruiting because it's taking time. So it's turn 10, I still don't have it. So yeah, it'll be a long time after turn 20 probably that battle. It was us turn 14. Maybe, I think we do, yeah, we must have it because it's not coming up there. So turn 16 we Tane and G-Rail. Then we got the Shrine of Asurine, yep. Don't know why it's not showing you that, but anyway. So wait till we see where the battle is. Ferret Victory, Battle of Shrine of Asurine. Yeah, I did get attacked there a few times. Another victory there. Battle of Port Ellistor, which I believe is there. I sacked it, then attained it the next turn, that's right. And then we'll look for another battle. Battle of White Tower. So turn 32 I was at that point there. You can see over here. Don't know why that's showing like that, but anyway. So there is what we have, and I'm currently sending a hero round here to go and look for Teclis. I hope he's not dead. I genuinely... That actually looks like he might be. I don't remember it coming up saying faction destroyed. But it looks like Teclis is dead. And I was hoping to confederate with him. I've confederated with Alariel, I've confederated with Alethana. But it looks like he is dead. But guys, thank you very much for watching as always. Proud Pete out, toodaloo, the